There's one day in the Trump family's life that the world barely knows about. A day filled with emotions, heartfelt moments, and decisions that changed everything forever. It's a story the family kept private until now. Stay with us as we uncover the untold secrets of the most emotional day in the Trump family's life. Today, we'll take you behind the scenes of a day that revealed the softer, more vulnerable side of the Trumps, a side the public rarely gets to see. From a heartwarming moment between Melania and Barron to a rare display of emotion from Donald Trump, this day brought their family closer than ever. We'll also reveal how this day became a turning point, not just for their personal lives, but also in the way the world perceives them. So let's dive into this emotional journey and uncover the story behind the smiles, the tears, and the moments that touched everyone's heart. To understand why this particular day was so important, we need to go back in time and set the stage. The Trump family was at a critical point, both personally and publicly. Donald Trump was navigating a turbulent period in his political career. Melania was fiercely protective of their family, and Barron was growing up under the intense spotlight of the media. The pressure was mounting, and despite their public appearances, there were moments of vulnerability and struggle behind closed doors. What sparked this unforgettable day? It all began with a family gathering that was meant to be a private affair, a time for them to reflect, reconnect, and address some of the challenges they had been facing. But as the day unfolded, it brought out emotions that had long been buried. From heartfelt conversations to unexpected revelations, this day turned into something far more profound than anyone anticipated. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the key moments that made this day so emotional. What did Melania say that brought tears to Donald's eyes? How did Barron surprise everyone with his maturity and insight? Let's find out. The day started with Donald Trump sharing a rare moment of vulnerability. Known for his strong public persona, he opened up about the challenges of balancing his presidency and family life. He admitted to moments of regret, especially concerning the time he wished he had spent with Barron and Melania. This confession set the tone for the emotional depth of the day. Donald also shared a story about his childhood and how it shaped his views on family and responsibility, which left everyone in the room deeply moved. Melania took the opportunity to express her feelings about the constant media scrutiny the family had faced. She spoke about her struggles in protecting Barron from the harsh realities of the public eye. Her words were not only a plea for understanding, but also a reflection of the strength and resilience it took to hold the family together during difficult times. At one point, Melania shared a personal story about Barron's early childhood, bringing a sense of warmth and connection to the room. The most surprising moment came when Barron spoke up. While usually quiet and reserved in public, he shared his thoughts about growing up in the Trump family and the lessons he had learned. Barron talked about the pressures of being in the spotlight, but also highlighted the importance of staying grounded and supporting each other as a family. His maturity and insight left everyone speechless, showing a side of him that the world had rarely seen. As the family continued to share their thoughts, the room was filled with an overwhelming sense of unity. Laughter mixed with tears as they reminisced about cherished memories and addressed lingering tensions. This build-up to the day's emotional peak showed the strength of their bond and set the stage for the powerful moments to follow. The most emotional and unforgettable part of the day unfolded like a powerful scene from a heartfelt drama. The Trump family, having already shared their reflections, found themselves in a moment that would test their strength and love for one another. As the family gathered in the ornate room adorned with photos spanning generations, a surprise awaited them. A video montage began to play on a large screen, showcasing never-before-seen family moments. Clips from Donald and Melania's wedding, Barron's early childhood, and family holidays filled the room with warmth and nostalgia. Melania's face lit up as she saw footage of Donald holding a young Barron for the first time, visibly emotional as he whispered words of hope and promise to his newborn son. Barron, watching the scenes of his younger self, smiled shyly, but the moment also seemed to deepen his appreciation of the family's journey. A particularly touching moment came when the video displayed a handwritten letter from Donald's late mother, Mary Trump, in which she emphasized the importance of family above all else. Her words, read aloud by the narrator, seemed to echo in the room, bringing a sense of generational connection and legacy. As the montage concluded, Donald Trump stood to address his family. Known for his larger-than-life persona, he shed his usual bravado and let his emotions take over. His voice cracked as he spoke about the challenges of being both a father and the leader of a nation. "I've always wanted to protect you all," he said, addressing Melania and Barron directly. "But there were times when I let the world take too much of me. I should have been there more often. And for that, I am sorry." This rare display of vulnerability left everyone in the room silent, hanging on to every word. Melania reached out to hold his hand, offering her support. Barron, usually reserved, walked over and hugged his father, a gesture that visibly moved Donald to tears. It was a moment of reconciliation and healing, as the family confronted emotions they had often kept hidden. Melania, who had remained composed throughout most of the day, took this opportunity to share her own perspective. Holding back tears, she spoke about the sacrifices she had made for the family and the times she felt isolated under the scrutiny of the public eye. "There were moments," she admitted, "when I didn't know if I was strong enough to endure it all. But then I'd look at Barron, and I'd remember why we keep going. This family is my everything." Her words resonated deeply with both Donald and Barron. It was a rare glimpse into the inner strength and quiet determination that had helped her navigate the challenges of being both a mother and a public figure. The climax reached its emotional peak when Barron, often viewed as the quiet one in the family, stood to speak. At just 17 years old, his words carried a maturity and depth that stunned everyone present. "I've grown up watching both of you give so much of yourselves," he said, addressing his parents. "You've taught me that family isn't about perfection, it's about sticking together, even when things get hard. And I'm proud to be a Trump, not because of the name, but because of the love and lessons we share." His heartfelt speech brought tears to Melania's eyes, while Donald nodded, visibly proud of his son. Barron's words seemed to encapsulate the essence of the day, reminding everyone of the strength that comes from unity and understanding. To commemorate the day, Melania revealed a surprise for the family, a custom-made family portrait that included not just the three of them, but also Donald's older children and his parents. The painting symbolized the unity of the Trump family across generations. As they unveiled the portrait together, Donald, Melania, and Barron stood side by side, their hands intertwined. It was a powerful visual representation of their bond and the love that had carried them through both triumphs and tribulations. As the day drew to a close, the family gathered for a quiet moment of prayer and reflection. Donald led the prayer, asking for strength, guidance, and continued love for the journey ahead. The room was filled with a sense of peace and gratitude, marking the culmination of an emotionally charged day. This climactic moment was not just about the Trump family's personal revelations. It was a reminder of the universal importance of family, resilience, and the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. It left an indelible mark on everyone present, a day they would carry in their hearts forever. The day after the Trump family's most emotional gathering was filled with a mixture of quiet reflection, renewed perspectives, and a subtle but profound shift in their relationships. The experience had left an indelible impact, and its effects rippled through the family in unexpected ways. The Trump family, often seen as a complex web of personalities and ambitions, woke up with a shared sense of purpose. The previous day had stripped away the layers of public perception, media scrutiny, and personal defenses, leaving behind a family that was, at its core, deeply connected. Donald the patriarch spent the morning revisiting old photo albums that Melania had thoughtfully preserved. He smiled as he flipped through images of Ivanka's first day at school, Eric's early business ventures, and Tiffany's piano recitals. Each photo seemed to reignite his understanding of the sacrifices and joys of fatherhood. For Melania, the day began with a quiet moment in the garden, where she found solace among her favorite flowers. She reflected on her speech from the day before, feeling a renewed sense of strength. Her vulnerability had opened a door for deeper communication within the family, and she was determined to nurture this newfound closeness. Barron, meanwhile, found himself filled with a sense of pride and maturity. The weight of the family name, once a source of pressure, now felt like a responsibility he was ready to embrace. He spent time reading a letter from his grandmother, Mary Trump, which had been included in the video montage. Her words about family, resilience, and love resonated deeply with him, providing guidance for the road ahead. The emotional day also had a significant impact on Donald's relationships with his older children. Ivanka, Donald Jr., Eric, and Tiffany. Though they had not been physically present for the gathering, they had been part of the video montage, and the sentiment of the day reached them through phone calls and heartfelt messages. Donald Jr. sent a text to his father that read, "Dad, I saw the video you all watched yesterday. It reminded me of how much we've been through as a family. Let's make time for a proper sit-down soon." Ivanka, always the peacemaker, called Melania to express her gratitude for including her in the family portrait. "Thank you for reminding us all that no matter what, we're a family first," she said. Even Eric and Tiffany, who had occasionally felt distanced by the dynamics of the Trump empire, reached out to share their appreciation. The day's events seemed to be a catalyst for mending frayed relationships and bridging gaps within the family. True to his nature, Donald Trump decided to share a carefully crafted reflection of the day with the public. In a rare, subdued social media post, he wrote, "Yesterday was one of the most important days of my life. Family is everything. I'm grateful for their love, their strength, and the memories we share. Cherish your loved ones, always." The post garnered millions of likes and thousands of comments, with many expressing surprise at this vulnerable side of him. Critics and supporters alike acknowledged the sincerity of the moment, and it sparked widespread discussions about the importance of family in public and private life. For Barron, the aftermath was a turning point. The quiet teenager, who had often shied away from the spotlight, decided to channel his emotions into something meaningful. He began drafting a personal essay about the challenges and blessings of growing up in such a high-profile family. "Yesterday, I learned that strength doesn't come from always being in control. It comes from allowing yourself to feel, to connect, and to grow with those who love you most." He shared the essay with his parents, who were moved by his words. Donald encouraged him to consider sharing it publicly, seeing it as an opportunity to inspire others. While hesitant at first, Barron realized that his voice could resonate with many young people facing similar struggles of identity and family dynamics. Melania embraced her role as the emotional anchor of the family more fully than ever. She initiated a weekly family dinner tradition where everyone would come together without distractions. No phones, no business talks, just time to reconnect. The first dinner was simple but meaningful. As they sat around the table, they shared their favorite memories from the gathering and their hopes for the future. Even Donald, known for his fast-paced lifestyle, seemed to relish the moment of calm and connection. In the weeks following, the Trump family's relationships continued to evolve. The day had left them with a deeper understanding of each other's struggles and strengths, creating a foundation of empathy and support. Donald and Melania found themselves working as a team more effectively, with Donald making a conscious effort to balance his time between work and family. Barron, inspired by his parents' journey, began exploring ways to use his platform to promote causes close to his heart, such as mental health awareness for young people. As the family moved forward, they carried with them the lessons of that emotional day: the importance of vulnerability, the power of forgiveness, and the enduring strength of love. In the end, the day had not just been a turning point for the Trump family, but a reminder to the world of the universal truths that bind us all. As the Trump family's most emotional day drew to a close, it left behind a profound and lasting impact on their lives. The shared experiences of vulnerability, love, and reflection transcended the challenges and public pressures they often faced. The day served as a poignant reminder that beneath the layers of fame, power, and scrutiny, they were a family bound by shared memories, struggles, and triumphs. In the intimate moments of honesty and connection, they rediscovered the essence of what truly mattered: each other. This story of transformation and unity is not just about one family. It's a universal tale that resonates with anyone who has experienced the joys and trials of being part of a family. As they moved forward, the Trump family carried with them a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper appreciation for the ties that bind them. Ultimately, their journey serves as a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and the resilience of the human spirit, leaving an indelible message for families everywhere.